All through my 20s, I did everything right. I worked hard, I built a solid career, I bought a house, I got married. From the outside, it looked like I was ticking every box. But inside, I always felt like I wasn't getting as far ahead as the effort I was putting in. Do you ever feel like that? No matter how much you grind, the finish line keeps moving. I'd look at my bank account and think, how am I working this hard and still barely getting ahead? And that's when it hit me. No one ever teaches you the real rules of money. You can work your ass off and still stay stuck if you don't understand how wealth actually builds. That's why the first 100k is so important. It's the point where the grind finally starts working for you, instead of you fighting against it. So today I'm breaking it down, the real honest beginner-friendly guide to hitting your first 100k. The guide I wish someone gave me 10 years ago. Let's get into it. And here's a piece of advice no one ever told me. Your 20s aren't for living your best life. Your 20s are for setting up the rest of your life. When you're in your 20s, you'll usually have no kids, no mortgage, no major responsibilities, nothing holding you down. That's it. It's the time to graft, to stack skills, to build income, to learn money, to get ahead where you actually have the freedom to do it. Because once you hit your 30s, your priorities change. You're tired, you've got kids, you've got a mortgage. Life just gets a bit heavier, and every step forward takes more effort. If you put in the work during your 20s, your 30s can be about building wealth, not digging out of the hole. Nobody told me that, so now I'm telling you. And look, I'm not saying never have fun, but make the most of getting ahead while you have the energy to do it, because that window closes faster than you think. Before we talk about how to get to 100k, you need to understand why this number is so special. Because once you hit 100k, everything changes. Compounding finally matters, investing feels real, small wins actually move the needle. You stop feeling desperate about money, opportunities start appearing. At 5k saved, $50 feels pointless. At 100k saved, $50 feels powerful. The money didn't change, your relationship with the money changed. 100k is the point where you stop surviving and start building. But here's the truth. Your first 100k comes from one thing. The gap between what you earn and what you spend. Early on, compounding does basically nothing. It's you doing the heavy lifting. Your first 100k is basically 90% income, 10% investing. That's it. Your savings rate is the engine, investing is just the turbo. Once you get past 100k, those numbers flip. But in the beginning, it's mostly you carrying the weight. So step 1, just increase your income. This is uncomfortable, but true. If you want 100k, you need an income that actually gives you room to build wealth. And there are 3 fast ways to increase income. Firstly, just become stupidly reliable at your current job. Not average, not works hard sometimes, undeniably valuable. Show up early, be the guy who gets shit done, become the one your boss trusts. Become the person the company turns to when something actually matters, and start climbing your way up the ranks. It doesn't have to be forever, but it's going to help you get to your goal right now. That alone can add 10 to 20k a year. Switch industries if your ceiling is too low. Some industries cap out early. Even if you work hard, there's no financial upside. Trades, electrical, construction, tech sales, these are fields where a normal person can hit 100,000 plus a year. If your industry has no upside, move. And thirdly, pick up a second income stream temporarily. Not forever, just till you hit that 100k. Uber, labourer, selling gear, contracting, freelancing. Every $100 goes into the 100k snowball that you're currently building. Step 2. Plug the money leaks. Most people don't fail because of income. They fail because of leaks. The little things that drain the big money. Afterpay, takeaways, weekend spending, drink, subscriptions, clothes, phone upgrades, impulse buying. None of these are bad. They just delay your first 100k. For the first 100k, your mindset is live like you're broke while earning like you're not. Once you hit 100k, enjoy yourself. But during the climb, plug the leaks. Step 3. Build the 100k system. The system should be boring and automatic. Make money, spend less than you make, invest the gap every single week. Don't touch it. That's the whole game. Invest in the boring stuff like the S&P 500, Total World ETF, NZ Index funds, SCHD for dividends. If you invest $200 a week, that's 10k a year. Compound that for a few years and the 100k will come fast. Step 4. Avoid the traps that keep you broke. These following things are killers. High interest debt. Debt is anti-100k. Lifestyle creep. You make more, you spend more, and you stay broke. Jumping between side hustles. Pick one and stick with it. Gambling disguised as investing. Meme coins, NFTs, picks, quick flips, day trading with no plan. All of these things keep you broke. And not tracking your money. If you don't know where your money goes, you're not in control. Why everything changes after 100k. At 5k invested, a good year gives you $300. Who really cares? At 100k invested, a good year gives you $7,000 to $12,000 without lifting a finger. That's when compounding finally wakes up. Money starts working for you instead of you constantly fighting for it. That's what Buffett said. The first 100k is a bitch, but you gotta do it. So if you wanna hit your first 100k, remember, it's not luck, it's not timing, it's not a secret strategy. It's a simple system and the discipline to stick with it, longer than most people do. Your first 100k is the hardest, your second 100k is automatic. If you found this helpful, hit subscribe, and I'll keep dropping real financial truth to help you escape being broke and build real long-term financial wealth.